Welcome to Economics Trainer. This video was made to help you strengthen your skills in microeconomics. Here we have a sample question, care of brighttutoring.ca. It's the kind of question you'd expect to see on a test in a first-year microeconomics class. Let's work through it together. So here's the question. Consider a monopolist who has the ability to price discriminate to the second degree with a two-part tariff. They face a total cost curve of 4q squared plus 4q plus 64, which gives them a marginal cost curve of 8q plus 4. They face a market demand curve of market price P equals 144 minus 2 times the quantity demanded. Now what we have to figure out is the market equilibrium with the two-part tariff, which gives us the market price and quantity, and the fixed fee for the two-part tariff. Once we have that equilibrium, in the second part we have to figure out producer, consumer, and total surplus. So let's start graphing out the question here and looking at the equilibrium. So what we have here is price and quantity. Now if we look at the market demand curve, we can see, okay, it starts at 144 and decreases from there. And then over here with marginal cost, we can see, okay, it starts at 4 and then will increase from there. So we have 4 down here. Here. So for a two-part tariff, what happens is the producer extracts the consumer surplus through the entry fee, and then they sell everything else at cost, which would be the price down here, and that gives us a market quantity out here. So figure out with the price and quantity here, you can see that's just where marginal cost equals demand. So we have 8q plus 4 equals 144 minus 2q. Here we can solve for q by putting them on the left here. We got 10q equals 140. So the market quantity is 14. That's going to be this point here. And then once we have the quantity, can go up. We can say, okay, how much are they going to sell it for? By plugging it into either curve, it doesn't matter. We can plug it into the marginal cost curve here. So we say, okay, they're going to sell things at cost, which is 8 times q, which is 14 here, plus 4. So let's see here, the market price is 8 times 14 plus 4. So we have 116. That's going to be this point right here. And then once we have that figured out, we can figure out the entry fee here. So the entry fee, which is consumer surplus, it's base times height divided by 2. So let's see, for the base, we're going from here to here, which is 0 to 14, so that's just 14. And then from the height, we're going from 144 down to 116. So let's see, 14 divided by 2 is 7 in front. And then we can figure out what this is here in the bracket. 144 minus 116 is 28. And we have 28 times 7. 196. It's going to be the entry fee here. So here's the answers for the first question. And then once we have that, we can figure out producer and consumer surplus here. Consumer surplus is pretty obvious because the producer takes all their consumer surplus with the entry fee, so that's going to be 0. So all we have to figure out is producer and total surplus. So if you look at producer surplus here, they're going to have pretty much everything because they get the entry fee here and they get their regular area down here. So let's see, the producer surplus area is all here. So we have base times height divided by 2. So let's see what we get here. So the base from 0 to 14, so that's 14. And then the height is going from 144 down to 4, so that'd be 140 divided by 2. So basically we'll have 7 times 140, which is 980. So that's going to be that whole area here for 980. And then you add them both up. 980 plus 0 is total surplus. And that's how you do that question. This video is brought to you by people who like, share, and subscribe to this channel. You can also support my work by buying me a coffee.